What's up, you guys? Hope you're doing well. We've only got one thing to do in the book today, and that is on page 30, number 148. Okay. This one is Pomp and Circumstance. Now, pretty much all of you guys have heard this piece at one point or another, because it is the one associated with graduation. Okay. And normally we would. So I always tell this story with Pomp and Circumstance. So when I was in college, they paid people in the music program to play the music at graduation. But the thing is that like it's not like here at our school where we have like a little 20-minute ceremony for 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. So in college, there's thousands of people that are graduating, so they have to do multiple ceremonies. Usually about like 8 in one weekend, and each ceremony is about like 2.5 hours, so it was like gruelingly long. But I mean, it was good money. But the thing is you play Pomp and Circumstance when students are walking in to graduate, and so we would end up, for like the bigger ceremonies, we would end up playing Pomp and Circumstance probably about 25 times in a row without stopping. It just keeps looping. So one thing we would do is kind of as a joke in class when I told you guys that story is we would try playing it at least like 10 times, and it's so difficult. It's so painful. But we're just going to play it once just for right now. There really isn't too much to it for brass and woodwinds. It's pretty straightforward. Percussion, you just have a little bit of 16th note triplets, and I'm going to talk about that after I play through the brass and woodwind stuff. Okay? Here we go. We're doing first and second endings too. Here we go. Beginning. Okay, pretty straightforward. Nothing that we haven't seen before. Okay, for percussion, for you guys, it's mostly just these 16th note triplets, and we have a couple of them back to back, which makes it a little bit challenging. Okay, so if we just take a look at our first two measures, that's going to be the rhythm for the majority of the piece. Okay, where we have 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, and 4. Okay, it's mostly just getting the 16th note triplets, making sure that they're lined up. 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, and 4. And then the second measure, 1, triplet 2, and triplet 4, and. Okay, making sure that those triplets are staying steady. 1, triplet 2, and triplet 4, and. Okay, if you can do that, you can pretty much do the entirety of the piece. So I'll just do the, actually, you know what, I'll do the whole thing with percussion. Here we go. 6, 7, and 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, and 4. 1, triplet 2, and triplet 4, and 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, and 4. 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, rest. 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, triplet 4, and triplet 4, and 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, triplet, and 1, triplet 2, and 3, and 4. Then the beginning. 1, and 1, triplet 2, and triplet 4, and 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, and 4. 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, rest. 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, and triplet 2, and triplet 4, and triplet 2, triplet 3, and 1, triplet 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, triplet 2, triplet 3, triplet, and triplet 2, and triplet 4, Okay? Pretty straightforward. Okay? Nothing that we haven't seen before. And that pretty much brings us, guys, to the end of the, the songs in our book. There are a few, like from 149 all the way through, God, it's like 155, all the way through that is just band arrangements. So stuff that where you're all playing different parts, and we would take the time in class to do it, but it's a little bit hard to do it here. So when we come back next week, I'm going to be going into stuff that's a little bit more fundamental based, but it's still extremely important. Stuff that's going to get us prepped for a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing next year. And that's going to be kind of stuff a little bit towards the back of the book, some of the scale exercise stuff. And I know it's challenging, and we're going to kind of add our own little twist to make it a little bit faster, make it a little bit tougher. But we have pretty much covered a good, the main majority of the book, which is good, because we still have a few weeks left, but we can fit in a little bit of extra knowledge to make sure we're super prepared. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I hope to see you soon. Love you, miss you.